again. This is Lynn Logic, episode 31. Quick recap: I am the widow of a cross-dressing alcoholic and a survivor of a blood clot in my brain. It may seem that I am a personification of Murphy's Law, but I do love to laugh. I also have a 25-year work history in accounting and operations with a BA in psychology. I love patterns, numbers, and categories. Always have. Lynn Logic is the result of that love. Let's get started. You're fine. Epiphany, or as Dave would say, a Tiffany. I live in survival mode, and when I let my guard down, when I think I am safe, I get hit again. But being a survivalist means that you are in fight or flight mode always. I love to fight. When I truly believe in something, I will do it till the end. Here is the secret. I have two things. I have hope and I have love. It is that simple for me. That hope keeps me going, and that love feeds that hope. The problem, I guess, is that I give love away so freely. I will always give it. The survivalist in me, though, she goes, okay, you have my love. Let's see what you can do with it. Let's see if you can keep it. You know, that sound effect where it starts with a high-pitched whistle going down with an explosion at the end? That's how it usually goes. I can't whistle. I can do a weird bird call, but can't whistle. Sometimes a longer whistle with an even bigger explosion. And it hurts. It hurts so much. I am constantly in pain of some sort. Sometimes physical, sometimes mental, sometimes both. But I have my hope. I don't know where that comes from, to be honest. I just have her, and she is feisty and unending. I keep thinking that the opposite of hope is disappointment, and I still stand by that. I know disappointment. Damn, do I ever. Yet, I still have hope. I don't know how, I just do. I yearn for things, and when I get, fed, my hope grows and gets fed, and I feel energized. My hope makes me feel alive, and I want to be alive. Why wouldn't I? Well, yes, during these times, I have seen some of the rottenest and sickest motherfuckers I could not, nor I would not want to imagine. I have my examples. I'm good. Please, whatever is up, up there, could you back off, please? I get it. I'm strong. Woo! Look at me. Yes, I have earned the right to mock. As Day says, I have pain equity. I also have hope equity. So yes, I am strong. I understand. I just don't need any more tests. Can it please get easier? Can it? I'm wasting my hope on myself because it just keeps getting shot with disappointment. Imagine if I could help others. Imagine if I didn't have to focus so much on myself. What a wonderful thing. Imagine if I could do what I love, writing, and be able to help others. What a dream. I used to complain to Drew all the time how I had stopped dreaming. I mean in a daytime sense. I stopped daydreaming. I fantasized about things. I fantasized about impossible things. I dreamt I was the long-lost Russian princess Anastasia, or some direct descendant of hers. Oh, and I was a ninja. I would fantasize that I was a ninja princess. I would constantly watch TV and movies because I did not want to dream about my reality. I wanted my dreams to be illogical because the unconscious mind is not something I can control. So I watched the most off-the-wall stuff. A few ticks for me, though. The villain cannot be real. I don't want a human villain. I know enough of those. It can't have betrayal in it. Now, in my mind, there is a difference between betrayal and trickery. And my gut, instinct, panic, whatever it is, seeks out certain types of entertainment. I use it for comfort and only comfort. So no rape scenes, lived it, don't need a replay of events. It's not entertainment for me. Now you do you sick puppy you, but not for me. I prefer horror and sci-fi, and the combination is just pure magic. Give me a monster in an environment that does not exist. Ooh, now that's just sexy. My top comfort movies are Dune from 1984 and Dark City. All the non-gory and supernatural horror franchises. And top comfort show, there's only one for me, Supernatural. I watched that show on repeat for years. It has always been so comforting. It has always shown me that while family is damn important, as they say, family don't end at blood, or something like that. I've watched the early seasons more times than I can count. And I don't watch the later seasons just simply because they end. I mean, the show ends. I don't like that. Comfort goes away. Man, at the end of the day, I'm just tired of pain. I am so damn tired of heartbreak. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one can suck a donkey dick. My heart has been broken and shattered so many times. My heart is mended by the craggle, or crazy glue. I'm surprised that it still works. No, I mean for reals. How in the actual fuck does my heart still work? How do I still have love? I have so much love to give, I do, and it just keeps being rejected. I don't understand that one. What's so bad about my love? I mean, do I smell? Do I offend? I just keep trying to look at everything as a learning situation, but it hurts. It is just. I mean, I could easily think of a metaphor, but it would be so nasty and offensive that I would blush just saying it. When I had written this, I ate half a cookie that made my legs give out. It was so strong. So let's get back to it. Well, I think the half cookie might have worn down a little bit. Let's see if my legs work again. Wish me luck. You know, wish me luck in life. I could use the good kind. I'm way too familiar with the bad kind. Chin up, tits out, bye. Side quest. I find that the older I get, the more side quests there are. I also have what I call Looney Tunes moments. You all know these. It is where you start doing something and something will fuck up, and now you have to fix one thing to complete another, and it can become cyclical. Simple example: me, the two vacuums in the house. Hold on. The simple start over. Side quest. I find that the older I get, the more side quests there are. I also have what I Side quests. I find that the older I get, the more side quests there are. I also have what I call Looney Tunes moments. You all know these. It is where you will start doing something and something will fuck up, and now you have to fix one thing to complete another, and it then becomes cyclical. Simple example. There are two vacuum cleaners in our house, but they do not work on the rug in my room. So to clean it, I have to shop vac it. And to really deep clean it, I use baking soda or powder. I always get those two confused. What is that rule of thumb from Scary Movie? Cindy's dad tells her baking soda, not baking powder, because baking powder will have muffins growing out of their noses. You love that joke, honey. Anyway, last time I did it, I doubled up on the task and dusted with the shop vac too. At the last bit of the carpet, after I had dusted the TV stand, I looked back to survey what a good job I had done, glad I was almost finished, and found out that the shop vac had blown out a fine mist of white powder. Hold on, let's start over. Fine mist of white powder all over the furniture piece, one that had its shelves full. So not done. New task created. And while that is a small example, life presents larger examples all the time. Okay, for reals this time. Chin up, tits out, bye. Okay. Side quests. I find that the older I get, the more side quests there are. I also have what I call Looney Tunes moments. You all know these. It is where you start doing something, and then something will fuck up, and now you've got to fix one thing to complete another, and then it becomes cyclical. A simple example. The two vacuum cleaners in our house do not work on the rug in my room. So to clean it, I use a shop vac. And to really deep clean it, I use baking soda or powder. I always get those two confused. What is that rule of thumb from Scary Movie? Cindy's dad tells her baking soda, not baking powder. Baking because baking powder will have muffins growing out of their noses. You love that joke, honey. Anyway, last time I did it, I doubled up on the task and dusted with the shop vac too. At the last bit of carpet, after I had dusted the TV stand, I looked back to survey what a good job I had done. Glad I was almost finished. And found out that the shop vac had blown out a fine mist of white powder over another furniture piece, one that had its shelves full. Yeah, so not done. New task created. And while that is a small example, life presents larger examples all the time. Okay, for reals this time. Chin up, tits out. Bye.